So, here you are.
You've reached the end of the internet. Again. Scrolling, searching, refreshing, waiting for that next hit of something. A notification, a like, a sign, a profound spiritual experience delivered via express shipping. You're scrolling through the endless, shimmering catastrophe of everything. Looking for what exactly? A better recipe? A political opinion that finally makes you feel smart? The secret to happiness hidden between an ad for a mattress and a video of a dog wearing shoes. You're optimizing your morning routine. You've got the cold shower, the gratitude journal, the mindfulness app that sends you push notifications, reminding you to be present. Congratulations. Your prize is the same 3 thoughts you had yesterday. You are biohacking your way to peak performance, and yet everything feels wrong, like a persistent low-grade hum of anxiety. You are simultaneously exhausted and over-caffeinated, bored but far too busy to do anything interesting. You have a suspicion that the operating system you're running has a fundamental glitch, and every attempt to patch it just adds more bloatware. So you look for an upgrade, a philosophy, a routine, Buddhism, Stoicism, Keto. You've probably ended up here because some algorithm, in its infinite wisdom, thought you might be interested in awakening, non-duality, enlightenment.
Because you've probably watched a video or two about awakening, about finding peace, and it involved a lot of talk about waves and oceans.
And clouds and skies.
Great. So now, on top of everything else, you have to become enlightened. Another item on the to-do list. Between picking up the dry cleaning and figuring out what to stream tonight, you need to realize the fundamental nature of reality. No pressure. You want the secret. The one weird trick to stop feeling like a haunted neat puppet dancing to the tune of algorithms and inherited anxiety.
And now, a guided meditation. Step 1. Panic gently.
Okay. Enough. This isn't that kind of video. Here's the good news. There is a way out.
Here's the bad news. You're not gonna like it.
Because the solution isn't about adding anything new. It's not a better routine. It's about seeing that the you who desperately wants the solution is the glitch.
It is the real problem.
So, here you are.
And this entire conversation we're having, it's almost certainly pointless. But let's have it anyway. Welcome to the great cosmic joke. Try to keep up. The problem is the noise, the constant, unrelenting internal monologue, the commentary track that never, ever shuts up. We assume this voice is us. It sounds like us. It uses the word I. It says, I am hungry. I hate that person's haircut. I really should have studied finance. But it isn't you. It's a construct, a neurological artifact, a defense mechanism that got out of hand and now thinks it's the protagonist of reality. Your ego, your sense of a separate self, is not some profound mystical entity. It's not your inner child. It's not a wounded healer. It's your brain's unskippable ad.
Are you tired of ads that just won't quit?
It's that 5-second pre-roll advertisement for a VPN you don't need. That plays every single time you try to experience, well, anything. Pure experience, interrupted by a badly voiced advertisement for you.
But some things remain the same.
And the voice delivering the ad? Let's call him the Commentator. He got the job because he's the only one who applied. And he will not stop talking.
An incredible moment for the home team.
It narrates everything that happens, and then takes credit for it. The sun rises, and the commentator announces, "Excellent solar management by me. Good work, team." You breathe, and the commentator reports, "Breathing initiated, maintaining oxygen levels. Keep it up, Steve." The commentator doesn't do anything. He just comments, and he's terrible at his job. It's paranoid, repetitive, and has appalling taste.
Her focus is unwavering. She is absolutely dialed in, the kind of concentration you rarely see.
It's like he showed up drunk. He's describing the wrong game that he doesn't understand, using a microphone that's constantly feedbacking.
This is my game.
Not today.
His analysis is consistently wrong, his predictions are terrible, and he takes credit for every win, while blaming external factors for every loss.
Watch out! Checkmate! I win!
He's the spiritual equivalent of your phone's GPS recalculating a route long after you've already arrived home and are sitting on the couch. This is what we call the ego. Maya, the illusion. It's the fundamental case of mistaken identity. We've been living like this forever. Take René Descartes. He sat down, thought really hard, and concluded,
I think, therefore I am.
this is the philosophical equivalent of confusing the ad copy with the product. It's the moment the commentator officially declared himself the director.
Elara, I need more confusion from you this time. Action. More passion. More feeling.
It's been called the fall of civilization. It's not, I think, therefore I am. It's I am, therefore thinking happens. Sometimes.
The thinking is an optional extra. The amness is the baseline. But we forgot that. As the wisdom traditions say, we have not only forgotten our true nature, but we have forgotten what we forgot.
We are completely identified with the noise. We think we are the shadows on the wall of Plato's cave.
And we're not just watching the shadows, we're arguing about their validity on social media.
You don't know what you're talking about. The shadows are clearly a metaphor. The prison isn't the cave. You are the prison. And it's made of thought.
And what is the ego? The commentator?
It's just the impulse to repeat.
A groove that energy once took and now takes habitually. It's a neurological shortcut.
It's not evil. It's not a demon. It's just incredibly annoying.
His primary directive? Survival. Which means it's constantly scanning for threats. But we don't live in the savannah. We live in apartments with Wi-Fi and artisanal dog food. So it repurposes the survival instinct. It treats a passive-aggressive email from HR like a saber-toothed tiger. It craves more security, more validation, more followers. It operates on a logic of scarcity. Because the commentator itself is a phantom, it can never be satisfied. It's like trying to fill a colander with water. And you're the one stuck in the stadium, forced to listen to the broadcast. You've forgotten you're actually here to watch the game, to be the game.
The commentator survives by selling you one crucial concept. Next.
Next, the promise of not this. The mind loves a shiny exit sign. Next video, next job, next body, next version of you that finally has it together. Not this, it whispers, something slightly to the right of reality. Meanwhile, life only loads as this page. Refresh all you want, same page, new ads. Here's the twist. When you stop outsourcing peace to next, this stops being a waiting room. Sound, breath, feeling, already complete. Let next knock. You don't have to answer. Irony, when you're not escaping, change happens faster. Because you're finally here. Why the need for a next, and that next to be at least better than now? Why the only trick that does it when you
feel low is a mental construct, a figment of your imagination of a better next that is believed to be true. A very important aspect, because if the mind does not believe it possible, the trick fails.
And the commentator? Well, the commentator panics, but survives.
Ah, the noble arrow, forever leaping towards some grand next, so sure of its trajectory, so wrong about where it actually ends up. Tell me, when was the last time your life followed the exact path you drew for it? No, don't answer. I already know. Never. We are all a bit like this arrow, aren't we? Convinced that if we just aim harder, believe harder, we'll finally stick the landing. But the river doesn't care about landings. It doesn't even have a to-do list. Be water, my friend, they say. And yet here you are, trying to be a spreadsheet. You want to know why the mind clings to next? Because it's terrified of what happens when it stops. If I'm not improving, then what am I doing? It shrieks, like a cat realizing it's been sitting in an empty box for an hour. But here's the joke. You are not your to-do list.
You are not your 5-year plan. You are not your expectations. You are not your itinerary.
You are not even your thoughts. You are the weird, wild silence underneath them, the one currently wondering if this voice is ever going to get to the point. Ah, you noticed that, didn't you? The droplet missed, and yet the sky isn't having an existential crisis about it. Maybe next time I'll aim better, says no cloud ever. But you replay your mistakes like they're Oscar-worthy performances, best overthinker in a leading role. The mind loves its tricks. Imagine a brighter future, it whispers like a shady salesman peddling invisible upgrades. And if you don't believe it, panic. Then I'll be stuck here forever, it wails, as if here is a prison and not just this breath. This breeze, this inexplicable fact that your nose is always in your field of vision, but you've learned to ignore it. But here's what's funnier than your nose. The moment you stop trying to fix the present, it starts to feel lighter, not because anything changed, just because you stopped arguing with it, like finally unclenching a fist you didn't realize you were holding. And what's left? Nothing sacred. Nothing profound, just the absurd, obvious, ordinary miracle of being here at all. So go ahead, let the mind scream its to-do lists. Let the arrow of your ambitions land in a bush.
What do you mean it's not there? It has to be there. Check again. This is unacceptable.
This is the human condition. A vast, silent awareness, completely hijacked by a neurotic middle manager who won't stop talking.
And what do we do about it?
Naturally, we make it worse. Anywhere but here. The commentator is a parasite on the present moment, and his only food is your attention, directed towards the future. Anywhere but here. The root of suffering isn't the external world. It's the commentator's attachment to it. It doesn't matter what you have. What matters is how tightly the commentator is clutching it.
Screaming, mine!
So you realize there's a problem. You realize the commentator is running the show, and you want him evicted. What happens next is predictable. The commentator hears about this idea. What are you writing now, Alex? And the commentator hears about Enlightenment and says,
Excellent. A new project. I love projects. I'm going to achieve spiritual realization. I'm going to be the best at non-duality. I'll put it on my LinkedIn.
This is the trap, the spiritual search. It's just the commentator putting on a new costume. It's the ego trying to destroy the ego. Which is adorable, really.
You've maybe heard the pointers. See the seer.
Who is the one who is looking? You sit down and you ask, who am I?
And the commentator goes, okay, let me check the files. We are a 42-year-old Gemini, prone to procrastination, likes pineapple on pizza. Is that it?
No. So you look deeper. You try to observe the thinker. Welcome to the spiritual circus. The mystical mental gymnastics. Let's look at this process. It's a classic spiritual dead end. You try to see. Okay, then you try to see the seer. You pull back the camera. Now you're watching yourself watching. You feel very profound. But wait, who is watching the watcher? So you pull back again. See the one seeing the seer. See, is this ever going to end? It feels like you're peeling back layers of an onion, except the onion is infinite. Well, is it true? Because if it were, none of that were possible. It's just mental gymnastics. Because here's the catch. The punchline that ruins the whole game. If you find anything, it is just another thought. If you don't find anything, surprise, also another thought. The thought of absence. The commentator narrating the void. You see the problem. The very tool you are using to investigate the problem is the problem. You're using the mind to get beyond the mind. It's like hiring the commentator to fire the commentator. He's just going to expense a lot of lunches and achieve nothing. This isn't about finding. It's not a cosmic scavenger hunt. It's about just being that. Whatever that is, without the need to catch it, to identify it. Because if you do identify it, it cannot be it. Think about it. How can the eye see itself without a mirror? How can a knife cut its own blade? How can a camera film its own sensor? How can the finger point at itself? How can the thing that is looking for itself actually be found by itself? It's a setup, a divine comedy routine, and you're the punchline. the commentator commentate on the commentator, he'd need a bigger booth. And a bigger commentator to commentate on that commentator. It's commentators all the way down. The gurus all talk about letting go. Sounds nice, but the fundamental let go is much more radical and much more annoying. So maybe, just maybe, give up the need to understand. That's your let go. That is the let go they are all talking about. Seriously, just give up. And if you figure out how to give up, please, for the love of God, teach me too. If I just concentrate harder, I'll catch it. Sure. And if you sprint faster on the treadmill, you'll finally arrive at outside. Stop trying to grasp it intellectually. Because you can't. Because, if you did understand, if you could fully grasp the totality of what you are, that would mean that whatever you are is smarter, more intelligent than what you just understood. See how that is not possible? It's like a single Excel spreadsheet trying to contain the entirety of the internet. See how whatever you are cannot be caught, pinpointed, labeled, put in a cast by you. It's like a set trying to contain its own superset. A box trying to contain the space it's sitting in. It's a logistical nightmare. The realization cannot be understood with the limited individual mind. Why? Because the mind is movement. It's a verb pretending to be a noun, and it's trying to grasp stillness. So, this whole framework of seeing and the seer and the seen. Why does it need to be correct? What is correct? What if the most fundamental belief that there are always at least two separate things interacting was just wrong? Would anything exist? Does anything exist? What defines that? The commentator? What if that's just the commentator's favorite story?
As the final moments tick down.
If you believe what I'm saying, you've missed it. If you disbelieve it, you've also missed it. Belief and disbelief are functions of the commentator. Congratulations, you've achieved a state of premium confusion. We keep confusing the content of our experience with the context of our experience. We are obsessed with the objects, the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, the passive-aggressive emails, the unskippable ad. We ignore the space in which they appear. Let's try a different analogy. You are the screen, and your life, your thoughts, your body, the world, is the movie playing on the screen. The screen is not involved in the plot. The screen doesn't care if it's a comedy or a tragedy. The screen isn't burned by the fire in the movie. It isn't made wet by the water in the movie. The screen effortlessly allows everything and is affected by nothing. This screen is awareness, consciousness. It's the simple fact of experiencing. The fundamental illusion isn't just believing I am the character in the movie. It's believing I am the one that's aware instead of recognizing I am the awareness itself. You are the screen. We think we are the noise, but we are the silence that allows the noise. This awareness isn't something you have to cultivate. It's already here. It's what's looking through your eyes right now. It's what's hearing this voice. It's completely impersonal. Your awareness and my awareness aren't two different things. There is just awareness. It's not localized in your body. Your body appears in it. And the nature of this awareness, it's peace, it's fulfillment. We spend our lives trying to extract peace from the objects in the movie, from the job, the relationship, the spiritual achievement. It's like trying to find the screen inside the movie. The peace is not in the experience. The peace is the awareness in which the experience happens. When you rest as awareness, the frantic search for fulfillment stops because you realize that what you were looking for is what you already are. The commentator will tell you this is boring. But it's the opposite. It's a radical intimacy with life without the filter of the me. So if you can't think your way there, what is this thing they call awakening? What is Satori? We associate it with robes and mountains and people who look annoyingly serene. Forget all that. Satori isn't an achievement. It's not about attaining or adding anything to yourself. It is a cessation, a stopping, the cessation of self-activity, of all seeking and doing. It's the moment the skip ad button finally appears. And the commentator, in the middle of a sentence about your inherent inadequacy, just vanishes. The microphone feedback cuts. And what's left? This realization, this click, Satori, enlightenment. It sounds so grand, doesn't it? It's not. It's usually mundane. Happens when you're doing the dishes. It's a sudden, jarring recognition of what has always been true. It's an oh, for God's sake moment of cosmic proportions. It's the realization that you've been wearing sunglasses indoors for your entire life, complaining about the darkness. It was right here the whole time, buried under an avalanche of mental commentary about how it wasn't here. And what do you find when you look for this self, when you genuinely look without the commentator jumping in? You keep not finding anything specific. When people ask, "Who am I?" and really look, they find nothing and they panic. I failed the test, but the reason you can't find a specific self is because there isn't one there. And this leads us to the weirdest part of the whole thing.
The concept of not even nothing. The mind can handle something, a chair. The mind can handle nothing, a void. But not even nothing? That breaks the mind's operating system.
It's in these quiet moments, surrounded by such beauty, that I find the most clarity.
It is the collapse of the duality of thing and no thing, from the perspective of the self. What lies beyond the self is terrifying. It looks like an absolute blank void. It's the click of the off button on a microphone you never knew you were holding.
It's often called dying before you die. And when that construct collapses, what's revealed is not a better version of you. It's the totality of everything. Form is realized as exactly emptiness. Emptiness is realized as exactly form. It's not a dead silence. It's a dynamic stillness, a pregnant emptiness.
It's the recognition that the movement of the world is identical to stillness. It is all emptiness dancing. It's not that you found anything. It's that you lost everything you never actually were.
You lost the annoying ad. You lost the terrible commentator. The frantic search just stops. Because you weren't the one searching. The seeker was the sought. You realize you're what was being searched for. And it's so stupidly simple that the commentator, when he wakes up, will immediately try to take credit for it. It's the suchness of things before your personal, branded opinion about them shows up.
The coffee is just coffee. The traffic is just traffic. And you are not what you thought.
So, you've heard the concepts. Maybe you've had a glimpse. Now what?
Welcome to the Pathless path, the journey that has no destination, because you are already there.
It's the most frustrating instruction manual ever written.
How do you realize something you can't strive for? It requires an effort so great that it becomes a total surrender.
Effortless effort. Thanks, Zen. Super helpful. This sounds easy. It's a radical call to inaction. A call to stop. Stop everything that is driven by the pathological egoic mind. Try it. Try to be truly still for 60 seconds.
In the stillness, where thoughts take flight, whispers of shadows dancing in light, waves of silence, a calming embrace, a journey within to a sacred space. Breathe in deep, let the world fade away. Here in the moment, gently we stay. Embrace the vastness, feel the air. In every heartbeat, know you're the struggles, find peace inside. In this quiet, let your spirit reside. Like rivers flowing so free, searching for answers, just let it be. Under the canopy of endless skies, the soul awakens and ego stretches softly like a warm glow. Open your heart to the truth that you know. Embrace the vastness, feel the air.
Have you tried to be still? Terrible, right? The commentator hates dead air.
But here's the paradox. True meditation only begins to happen when the ego fails in its attempt to meditate. It's not about achieving stillness. It's about noticing the failure to be still.
Try something different. Neti neti. Not this, not that. It's also called via negativa. Letting go of all that you are not. Are you your thoughts?
Nope.
Are you your emotions?
Nope.
It's It's a constant stripping away. Drop the hope. Dante's Inferno. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. We think this is a punishment. It's practical instruction.
Know that hope is just the commentator projecting the past onto the future.
The tyranny of next.
Abandoning hope means being radically present. Embrace the don't know mind. Stop pretending you have the answers, and stop arguing with reality.
Beware of the traps. The commentator will try to claim realization. I am awakened! That's just the ego hiding in a transcendent place. Spiritual bypassing.
Awakening does not bestow perfection. You still have to chop wood and carry water.
What is it that's looking through my eyes? Don't answer the question. The answer is just the commentator.
Just let the question hang there. But I have already said too much. All these words.
Yeah.
All these concepts. Don't mistake the menu for the meal.
Did you feel that shift in the air when the drone descended?
Yes, as if the island itself was holding its breath.
Your spirit reside, so linger in stillness, let thoughts unwind, in sacred silence, a new path you find. In the stillness, where thoughts take flight, whispers of shadows dancing in light, waves of silence, a calming embrace, a journey within to a sacred space.
So, here we are. You're waiting for the conclusion, the actionable takeaway, the summary that ties it all together in a neat little bow. The commentator wants a certificate of completion, but there isn't one. Because there was no beginning, and there is no end. There is just this. You are looking for something you already are. You are trying to get to a place you never left. So the next time you find yourself trying to see the seer, or figure out the ultimate nature of reality, just remember, the menu isn't the meal, the map isn't the territory, and the ad for the VPN is not the internet. You are the awareness in which the ad for yourself plays. And you can finally, mercifully, just unsubscribe.
Just let it be under the canopy.
Wait. Don't let the algorithm feed you the next distraction. I dare you. Do the one thing your entire life is structured to avoid. The one thing the commentator is terrified you'll actually do. Look for it. Look for the I. Right now, turn your attention around. Ask the question that crashes the operating system. Who am I? Don't answer it. The answer's the firewall. The mind will jump in with your resume, your memories, your anxieties. Ignore that. That's the ad. Just look. Try to find the actual, tangible you at the center of your experience. Try to catch the thinker. Spoiler alert. You're going to fail. The I is a ghost. The control room is empty. So is the search useless? No, it's essential, because this is the one game you win by losing. That failure, that's the cheat code. The illusion is built entirely on the assumption that you're too distracted to check the source code. The Unskippable ad relies on you never asking who's actually watching it. Every time you sincerely look for the one who is looking, and you find nothing, you aren't hitting a dead end. You are deleting a line of code in the prison. With every glorious failure, a core belief loosens its grip.
Whispers of shadows dancing in light, waves of silence, a calming embrace, a journey within to a sacred space. Breathe in deep, let the world fade away. Here in the moment, gently we stay.
You slowly lose interest in the question itself. You're not failing the mission, you are crashing the server. This isn't self-improvement. This is self-demolition, and it's spectacular, so do the inquiry. Look for the ghost in the machine. Fail, fail again, fail until the seeker, the virus, evaporates. Keep looking until you realize the entire frantic game of your life was just a loading screen. The only thing you have to lose is the user agreement you never signed. The best part, there's no one left to share this insight with.
Minds like rivers, flowing so free, searching for answers, just let it be. Under the canopy of endless skies, the soul awakens and ego dies. Time stretches softly like a warm glow. Open your heart to the truth that you your spirit reside. So linger in stillness, let thoughts unwind in sacred silence.